time.
It's time.
And now, it's time for Herman and Sharron.
All right. I love you. Thank you for joining us, all you good-looking people.
Hi, everybody.
At least most of you are. We kind of changed things a little bit for 2013, and so you'll get used to it after a while, and we certainly enjoy being here, right?
Yes, we do.
We've been here. This is going into our 33rd year.
Unbelievable. It really is.
Do you remember?
I don't know what we're doing here yet.
Do you remember how young we were when we first started?
Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. It's been so many years.
Yeah, after you get a certain age, you start forgetting.
That's right.
Have you ever noticed your eyes kind of go and you look in the mirror and you don't see all the flaws that if you had the young eyes you used to have, you'd go, oh my goodness, who is that?
Yeah, you look so much younger because you can't see, right?
I have a very close friend and his beautiful wife.
That's right.
But his wife is absolutely phenomenal in her writing and her abilities. But Ted Squires and Terry are here. And I remember Ted before he was married.
Really? Long time ago, huh?
And Terry is a veteran of the Christian publishing world and creator of many gift products for teens and adults. She is the author of the best-selling Today'sGirls.com.
Very good.
And that's a series. And the creator of the popular online community, listen, you have all these on your screen so you can go to them, www.todaysgirls.com. We're going to find out about what that's all about.
She's also a retired nurse, emergency room nurse.
Can you believe that? You know what, I was just wondering if maybe the first time they met, he was brought into the emergency room?
You think? We could ask him.
Good to ask him. Right. Good to have you guys.
Yes.
Great to be here. Thank you.
for coming. How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you.
Good to see you both. I'll just wave at you.
Good to see you.
How many years were you with Nelson Publishing?
Just over 26 years.
Wow.
Now, were you there before they put that great-looking building up on the hill there?
I was there 5 years after it was built. And it's an amazing building, as you know.
Oh, I know.
Kind of a landmark of Nashville.
Yes.
An amazing company.
Yes.
Amazing company.
It is neat to have you guys and to have. Seriously though, where did you guys meet?
Actually, we met at NRB.
Did you really?
Are you kidding me?
That's right.
At the convention center.
When it was in Washington?
No, it was in Nashville.
Oh,
already
that's
in
where you met.
Nashville.
Okay. Because remember the days it used to be in Washington?
Correct.
That was landmark times.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time
That's
ago.
when all the ministries had the huge displays. I mean, we're talking billboard size displays. Remember those days? And all of the ones that are out of business today.
It has changed.
They really are.
It has
They're
changed.
gone.
It has
A lot.
changed.
It's amazing how it's
It is.
changed, yeah. So you guys met, and how did that happen? I mean, did he approach you, or did you approach him?
Actually, I had a meeting with somebody else, and I didn't really know who it was. It was kind of a setup marketing. But Ted walked in the lobby, and I thought, wow, I hope it's him. And he smiled at me, and I smiled back, but it wasn't him, who I was supposed to meet. So he went his way, but we were still in the same area. But the gentleman that I met, that was the marketing person, knew Ted.
Okay.
And so they started talking, so we just swapped cards, and that was it.
That was it.
I remember Ted. You were a weightlifter, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Because I used to lift weights back in my young days, high school, like college, that kind of thing. And he always impressed me by this Mr. America look. And
Way back.
Yeah, way back. But one Impact Bible. Hey, Dave, did you show the display on the screen? I don't know if we even made one. There it is, right there. Now, how on earth, with all of the Bibles in America, and all of the commentaries and every one of every stripe, did you have courage enough to say, I'm going to come up with another idea of the NIV Bible?
Well, actually, Ted encouraged me to do it because my ministry has always been about the power of one, and I truly believe that by sharing your faith to one person, you can reach millions, because you never know what that next person's going to do. And so through all the products and books that I've created in the past, it has always been about that. And so Ted picked up one of my old books that I did years ago, and he said, what is this all
What was
about?
that old book?
It was called Communicate Christ.
Ooh.
It was Experience Him, Share Him. And again, it was about the power of one. And so I shared with him, and he said, you know, you really need to do a Bible about that. And I said,
He's a super salesman.
well, he listened to the
Idea man.
concept.
That's what he is.
He is.
And so I thought about it,
creative.
and I thought, I can't call it Communicate Christ, because,
Yeah,
you know, that was years ago.
Right.
And so I started thinking about it, and I wanted to get back to the one true God, because so many people in our society say, we have the same God, we worship Him differently. And it's, oh, no, we don't.
No.
We have one true God, and He's the Father of Abraham, Jacob,
Good
and
for
Isaac.
you.
That's right.
And I wanted to encourage people who, in their identity in Christ, so the one person, and that we have one impact, that no matter where we are in life, no matter God has a plan and a purpose for your life.
In fact, you say, God has called me to impact the lives of others.
Right.
Now,
And-
that's quite a calling.
Well, I truly believe it. Even if you're a new Christian, a lifetime believer, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're homebound, God still has a purpose for your life, and we are to
That is so
impact
neat.
others and share the message of Jesus.
You are so right. You know, there's so many people, I mean, people watching right now, I guarantee you, say, I could never do what they do. I could never do what you do. I could never do what you do. And yet God has a purpose for every person watching, and we somehow get caught up in other people's purpose and think that ought to be ours.
Well, I think, too, people miss opportunities. It's just the small things. Somebody in your neighborhood that needs help, or a kind word or a smile. It's the small things that matter, and it's our actions, not so much sharing the message, which we should do, but let others see your life, that you're living it.
Yeah,
So
living it.
Ted, after I told him the vision behind it, I came up with the word, I wanted to call it one, because it's all about our one true God, our one person, our one relationship in Christ, and the one impact. So the One Impact Bible is a very intimate Bible. It's
Yeah,
all about the one God, and it's all about you.
And I love the sections you have. I mean, literally. Now, this is kind of unusual. Normally, you'll get a Bible, and then you'll have a companion book, like a devotional. And you'll read your passage, at least I hope you do, at least 2 chapters every day. And then you'll reach for the devotional, and you'll see what God has for it. You've got that covered, which is so neat.
Exactly. You can use it as a devotional, or you can start from the very beginning and read through, because what we've done is we've divided it up into 3 sections. We have 100 devotions on the one true God.
Wow.
So you can learn, you can go from the beginning to the end, from Genesis to Revelation, and really focus on those devotions.
And Terry, you use fresh stuff, because I read, you know this, Ted, because you had to go over thousands of books and
Correct.
determine whether somebody had it or they didn't.
Yeah.
So, and I read hundreds of books a year, and so many of them, I'll go to Linda Opsler, our assistant, and I go, the answer is no, I've had that before. In other words, it's a different author, but it's like they're saying the same thing that you just had maybe 6 months ago when you interviewed somebody. But you're saying fresh stuff. That's why I went through each of your topics, and I go, boy, this is enlightening.
Well, we put a team together. It took, several years? So I had help with the writing, I had help with the creative, I had
Wow.
Ted helping, encouraging. So it was a long process.
When you
But
saw her something went off in your head?
You mean wow?
Yeah, like wow, or did you say, yes, I would like to, but she's way over my head?
Well, I always felt that way. But no, when we first met at the Opryland Hotel, it was interesting because the other gentleman who I knew, after we realized we weren't the same person each of us were looking for, our meetings ended and we saw each other again, so we began to talk, and there was something special about Terry that has always been special about her, and that was in regards to her amazing wanting to make a difference in people's lives through Christ.
Wow.
That was amazing. The first day I knew that, and so I was very interested, obviously a very beautiful woman.
And being a emergency room nurse too, that you were trying to make a difference in people's lives even at that point in your life.
Well, when I went to college, I did not go for English or writing, and I was a registered nurse for many, many years.
And that's a tough subject.
It is, and I specialized in the healing of the physical heart. From the beginning, I was a cardiovascular surgeon's assistant, so I was doing open heart surgery, I was doing recovery, and then I also did emergency
Trauma type
nursing
thing. Yeah.
in Nashville, and again it was all the hearts and the strokes, and so, but God had a different plan, and He pulled me into Christian publishing, and now I tell people I'm specializing in the spiritual hearts of others.
Right.
That is. In
Now,
fact,
were you raised in a Christian home? I mean,
I
did you
was
come to know the Lord that way? Or?
I was raised Catholic,
Oh.
and then at the age
Mom
of
and Dad both?
both, but we didn't really go to church. But I knew something was special, and at the age of about 15, I picked up the Bible and started reading it, and I thought, there's more to this.
Wow.
And through my own life, in family stress and pressures, I was led to another family that I lived with for my senior year in high school, and they really encouraged me and showed me the love of Christ, and I went ahead and went to college. And
Where'd you go to college?
Valparaiso University in Indiana.
My goodness.
And through that, again, my faith grew, and I just knew that I wanted to do God's will.
Oh, that's
My
great.
goodness. So when did that relationship with Christ happen?
Probably at the age of 15.
Ah.
And I just knew that I wanted to know Him. And again, that's what I want to share with this. There's a lot of people, when they read the Bible, they struggle through it.
That's right.
And I've struggled through it because I've read it many, many times. And I've asked myself, does God know me? Does He see me? Does He love me like He loves all the other characters? And then one day, as I was struggling through one of the books, and all those names that He lists.
Yeah. In fact, I wrote that down because it was so fascinating. While reading the book of Numbers,
I
God
just thought,
showed me something. So, of course, I read through the Bible every year, and Numbers is a unique. And when I looked at it, I go, I got to ask her, how did that happen?
Well, some of the books in the Bible are very difficult to
Yes,
get
they
through,
are.
even though they're there for
Yes,
a purpose.
yeah.
And then He showed me, He's like, those names are important to me, every single one. Even if you're struggling through reading each name, they're important to me. They are one. And then I realized I am one. I'm one with Him. He knows my name. He tells us in Psalms 139:16 that He has ordained every single day of our life, every single day. And so that made me realize that He does know me, He loves me, He wants a relationship with me. And that's one of the reasons, that's the second part of the devotion, is the one person.
And you're open to one. Just give me an example of what that is.
On this is a devotion. I have it here. There's many devotions. My favorite, one of them is the Samaritan girl.
Okay.
And
Now give us a little synopsis of how they can read this and pull that out of there.
what each devotion is highlighted. At the top it says one God, one person,
Let me
one
show 'em what this-
impact.
Let me show them what that looks like. Now, if you, which camera? There it goes. Okay.
And-
So it's obviously
So the one
bold
that's
enough,
highlighted
bold
and-
enough so that you can
Oh,
see
there it is.
exactly one God, one person, yeah, and then the whole subject matter. I mean, it is, and like I say, I mean, believe me, I know when something is fresh or when it's copied, you know, because you can change a few words, and I go, I know what you did here. I can almost
Well, we
go back
pulled
to
out
where they
all
got
the
it.
scriptures of one.
Yeah.
And so on the devotions, the ones that are highlighted, like one God, that's the devotion that really focuses on God. And you might see over here, there's other devotions that highlight the one person or the one impact.
Yes.
So you know this devotion is about our one impact.
Now, did you place them specifically, or did you just?
We let our publishers, Zondervan Publishing, we let them handle all that. So we just handed them
Because they're in, you know, I mean, me of all people saying it, but to me they felt like they were in the right place.
It
Yeah,
takes a long time to.
They were interspersed to be in the right place in regards to the subject.
Yeah.
And then also for the reading flow throughout the text, made it very easy to do. Do you want to mention the back about the one impact?
Now that's where we're going. Good point.
Sure.
Tell us about that, because I've got it marked. See, she's got hers marked. I got mine marked.
Are we
Okay.
talking about the?
Yes, this right. I mean, the one impact Bible. Yes, that whole subject matter. That's what got me.
This is building blocks
Yes.
where they can. We pulled again. We talk about one and has all the scriptures. It's a yearly reading plan that you can use, and it really focuses.
But it's what I like about it is each of the heading, you can't see because this is white cover here, but each of the headings, Genesis, and you talk about one rib, one flesh, one language, one hair, one who sees, one young woman, one struggle, one interpreter, one brother, one baby, and on it goes. But each of these are the passages in the Word of God with what because I have to read so much and I speed read in order to find out if I want that author on. Okay, so I have to go through it pretty quick to determine whether I want to cover that subject. But I love little synopses like this. Mm-hmm. I mean, they just hit me because I have books that talk about positive things that you're to think that day, and they're just little one-liners. Mm-hmm. And I like to. Pat Williams writes many of those, and I love those because they can kind of give me that boost for that day. And I love these little, you know, it's like not one-liners, but they're just a few sentences, but impact that particular subject.
Okay.
It's great done. I mean,
Thank you.
Whose idea was that?
Well, it was all of
Part of
ours.
our concept.
Okay.
The interesting thing about it is that the reason that section was put in there, that if you think about the impact and what our Lord thought about the word one and the importance of one person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we thought, what a wonderful way to tell people and to show them how many times one is used in the Bible and what its impact is.
Wow.
That's right.
It's amazing.
Now, the building blocks reading plan, share that. What is that all about?
Again, that goes back to the devotions, or the one. There's 365, so you can
Every day.
Every day, and then you can, like I said earlier, you can start at the one God devotions.
Yeah.
And at the end of each one God devotion, it'll tell you to go to the next one. So you can learn about God from the beginning to the end of the Bible, and really build your relationship with Him, to know who He is. And then once you get done with the one God, it'll point you back to the one person devotions. So you can spend the whole your whole time developing your walk with Christ as the one person. And then once you're finished with that, it'll take you through the one impact devotions.
And what is good also, which I really enjoy, is every book has and it's not long, nor is it complicated when you read it, but it tells you what you're about to read.
And I wanted it to be simple,
Yeah.
but intimate also. I wanted them to know that even at the beginning where it talks about Genesis,
Yeah.
and that I just wanted his word to come alive to him.
Yeah, like for introduction to First Kings. Now this is kind of, because I mean, if you read First Kings, you probably, if you read through the Bible, or even if you open to First Kings or whatever, you just kind of start reading it and go, it doesn't really talk to you. But when you start this introduction, now it starts talking to you, and when you get into the first chapter, you start saying, okay, I understand what this is about. In fact, if you could have one wish, anything in the world you wanted, what would it be? And you go, my goodness, okay, God, the one with the power to fulfill it, posed that question to Solomon, the son of David: money, fame, power, women. What did Solomon deem most important in life? And then she, you go on, and I love that because it's because I have a lot of introductions and a lot of, books that I read, and you want something fresh, something that hasn't been said by some other guy. Because most people, if they're going to, most of these that are written, they're going to give you the key verse and all of the subjects in each of the verses that you're supposed to go to get the impact out of that particular chapter. This is kind of different.
It is.
That's why you did it.
It is. The one, even my study Bible, when I look at the intros, it is pages and pages.
Yeah.
And
You journal?
I don't.
You don't?
No. I blog.
That's what they do
Oh,
now.
you're one of those. She's had to step up from a journal.
Now this is an NIV, which people would probably
NIV.
want to know which translation. It's
NIV.
NIV Bible. Good.
It is. It's the Bible I grew up with, and I just loved it. And
Yeah.
Now, have you had comments from people that have used it?
Well, it just came out in October.
Okay, so
it's still a little bit new,
Yeah,
and we're
okay.
finding. But I did receive an email from a gentleman that, he's probably in his 30s or 40s, and
a kid.
And it was just a sweet, real quick note saying that he picked up the Bible, had been in trouble, and he just thanked us. He said it's changing his life. And that's what it's all about,
That's
to
great.
change somebody's life.
So how was it working with Zondervan, Mr. Nelson publisher guy?
It was we worked with a gentleman named Mike Vanderclip, who's one of the most creative, really heartfelt guys in Bible publishing. You have to be. Did a marvelous job with his team in supporting us. So we were really privileged to work with them. Very, very fine people.
Now, how do you market something like this? Because, as I pointed out a little while ago, you go into a bookstore or you go online, and there's as many different Bibles as there are automobiles if you go to Auto Trader.
Right.
So how do you key this one?
Well, I think the most important thing is, and thank you for your kindness for having us on your broadcast, because it's amazing that if word of mouth begins to spread and people are impacted by it, that's the best marketing you can do. And thank you for the opportunity to be able to present the Bible through your listeners, and it's an amazing experience. And we're grateful
Without
for that.
this book, I wouldn't be here.
That's right.
Neither would I want to be here.
I want to hear a little bit more about your ministry, Today's Girls. What is that exactly?
Well,
How much time we have left? 4 minutes.
that is actually how I started, met Ted. And it's really about my life as a teenager in Indiana. And I took all my girlfriends, and we were swimmers. And the family that I lived with my senior year was my swim coach and his wife. And they took me in, and they're the ones who really changed my direction. I went to college on a swimming scholarship.
Did you?
So what I did is I created the todaysgirls.com. It's about 6 girls, it's all fiction, who create this website, todaysgirls.com. And in the books, there's 12 books,
It's right on the screen right now.
and each book really talks about an issue that the teen girls deal with today. Body image, gossip, online safety, but it's fiction, it's fun, it's creative. So what is going on in the books is really going on the website. So the girls who are reading the books will log on and say, I wonder if todaysgirls.com is real. And so they'll type it in, and there it is. There's the website. So all the characters that you see, the main characters, are really my friends growing up. Names are different, of course, and situations.
And what age girls is this for?
We get them as young as 12 or 13 and as old as 19 or 20.
Wow.
Because it's a social community.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Facebook, but it's only for girls. It's Christian. They have friends, music, video, all kinds of things to
that's
do
great.
online. So
You really enjoy that, don't you?
I do.
Her eyes
There's a
light
lot
up
of-
when you talk
I
about
know,
that.
I know.
And by the way, that todaysgirls.com is only available for girls to register. It's a closed community, so that it's a safe community for girls to
We
communicate
try to,
together.
we
Great
good.
idea.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea, yeah.
Sometimes a guy will try to sneak on, but he gets booted off.
Get them.
What an honor to have you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see you having that gold medal put over your head for being the swimmer that won the Olympic.
No.
I mean, did you watch all of those?
Oh, yes. I swam a lot of years.
Wow.
So
Goodness.
I try to get Ted to swim, but
Yeah. He's lifting weights while you're swimming, right? You folks that are watching, the reason I love having interviews about the Bible, needless to say, I read it every day. I read it through this is my 29th, I was just telling Sharon, 29th year that I've read through the Bible. And you would think I would be a theologian. I'm not. but it's discipline that I have to have for my life, so it works for me. It may work for you too. But I love bragging on the Word of God. And in reading this, it was so refreshing. All of the opinions before, and then when you read through that particular section, you have this devotional, and I thought to myself, man, that is unique. Because while you have the Word of God and you're reading it, you then go right into the way that it can affect your life for that day, which is great. But if you do not know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you need to trust Him. This new year, wouldn't it be wonderful to know that you, watching a program about a Bible, said, forgive me of all of my sin. I invite you into my heart and life. I receive you today, and He changed your life. God bless you. Bye-bye.
I'm for life.
I am too.
Now there's a place we can network online with other teens for life.
Teensforlife.com.
I have my own page. I can share music and videos with friends.
At teensforlife.com, I can stay informed about life issues and speak out for those without a voice.
I can even get help with my homework.
Join the revolution.
Join the revolution.
Join the revolution.
Right now, you can get 3 music downloads when you register your page on teensforlife.com.
Join the revolution.
At age 34, Peter Herrick joined the Navy Reserve and was deployed to Iraq.
When the mortar round hit, I was completely knocked out.
When he returned home, Paralyzed Veterans of America was there to help.
We advocate, we educate, and we process claims through the VA, and we follow that claim from the beginning to the end.
Without Paralyzed Veterans of America, I really honestly believe I'd still be in the hospital.
You can help our paralyzed veterans. To learn more, visit pva.org.
In our nutrition tip, we talked about some stuff that was really cool.
Oh, burning. Burning.
Because it's a heart, we can like run and like on the beach. or not. Oh, my thighs got too heavy and I hit the mat.
So get plenty of salmon.
Oh, can we start again? My mic just fell down my pants.
We are totally unaware that our food supply, medication,